Yeah, so the backpack, this comes to us via Liberty Bags. It's the 7010. And the ideal use here is a lot of schools like to have the clear backpacks coming in and out of school. But we've also had a lot of people request this for field trips, right? Because then everything's accessible, you know what's going. And then parents who like to travel with little Johnny and Susie,
Yeah.
you like to see, did they pack everything? So it's just a quick reference because you got to get out of the door. So this is another challenge. Here we have that kind of outside pocket a lot of people would look at, but then you have this nice decoration area here, which I think could be really cool.
And I think you can hit both of these. It's just a matter of your design and what you want to accomplish. If I were decorating this pocket, I would probably switch to a little 4x4 attachment, thread it the way we just did on the last one. But we really want to press ourselves here a little bit. We did an oversized full color design. And so for this, I'm going to use this 6x10 attachment again because it's large enough for my design. The other thing I want to point out is we have what's called a quick slip cover on this attachment. So again, the Teflon material helps the bag kind of release and not stick to anything. So using that, making sure it's not creased at all, so it's not going to leave any marks on the bag. But same thing, this cantilever design of the heat press is so critical for success on bags in general, but especially clear bags. Now this one.
So this one, you got a lot of zippers, you got some thread in there.
Yeah, and it's just not perfect in that print location. Like it's going to be really challenging for me to hit that print location. You see what's happening
because
here?
You don't have the full coverage.
Yeah, I wish, and we don't make this because it would be such a niche use, but I wish I had kind of like that arch on the top of there to be able to fit this perfect. I don't have it, and so let me call timeout here and see if I can grab another platen.
But I mean, a lot of this, you could adjust your artwork as well. So I mean, it's all about that prep time we've always talked about. Is you're going to look at this beforehand with confidence that you can do it, but you can adjust your artwork to fit the piece.
Yeah, adjust your artwork. And honestly, in this case, it's a lot about the platen because I'm trying to get rid of this area of the zipper because if that's on the surface, those two areas are going to melt together, right?
Gotcha.
And so I'm trying to get that off of the edge, and I just don't have the space here to be able to make that happen in an effective way. And so a couple different decision points here. I'm going to start by trying to switch to my 4x4 attachment, which is a lot smaller here. If you wouldn't mind handing me that.
Yeah, no problem. Gotcha.
Thank you. And then I might be able to, it's still going to be a little bit too small here. Let me think of another option. I suppose we could decorate it and I can choose another logo because that is the right attachment. You see how that's fitting in there perfectly?
Absolutely. You got a dead center right there.
Right, and there's no
full coverage.
PVC kind of meeting itself in the back. And so I think that's going to be the correct attachment for me. So I'm going to grab some more appropriate artwork that meets that logo area.
We got artwork. I like it.
Yeah, so same product, just different design. And again, we could definitely design this for a school or something like that to hit this location, this design. To your point, step in front of the press, make sure everything's straight here. And same difference. So in this case, we are again using a
clear transfer,
clear backing, and it's a digital transfer. And that's why we're getting all of the color. So let's go ahead and try to get that to tack again. I'm going to kind of do a little test on this non-stick cover sheet.
So this is the non-stick that when we did the tote, you were saying maybe we hit that.
Yeah, because I was using the craft paper and the flexible application pad, which was more the rubberized cover sheet last time. Here I moved to the non-stick, and that just, I think, matches the texture a little bit better. Again, tacking it. Peeling it nice and easy.
Wow.
And now I'm going to go hit it again. This is fun. Like we're doing this live, right? And so this is going to be really tough for the camera to see. But if you notice, there's a little bit of texture to the outside. That is the actual pad coming from underneath. Because did you
Wow.
notice the difference here?
Yes.
And I failed to calculate this. On the first one, we had the very smooth surface underneath because it had that cover.
Yes.
On this one, I don't have a cover on it, right? And so that's giving me that texture that's coming through. So
Wow.
maybe third time's the charm, but we're going to go ahead and at least finish this one and teach the
Sure.
correct ways. I'm going to try to grab that cover sheet. Again, laying this on top first for my completion application. Then I'm going to grab, thank you, going to grab my rubberized flexible application pad. This is just protecting the item, right? So doubling up here, and then we should be good to go to run it for that full 20-second application.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, this has been great, right? Because you have to work through these things because it's not an easy thing when you look at a clear bag, especially with heat. So I like it.
Yeah,
you know?
And we're specifying it now for you, so you can just pick this up and decorate and know the right technique. So getting rid of any textures, leveraging the non-stick cover sheets, the Teflon sheets on the top and the bottom of the bag, as we learned. And then what that should do is it should give you a nice completed finish. So here we have the completed finish, full color logo. Don't let it touch while it's hot. Let it cool down. Really stands off. It's definitely on there. That logo is not coming off at all.
Yeah, it looks great. So this is what we always talk about. Order a little extra product, right? Sample it and then work through it. So you guys can, figure it out. And then it's a smooth process. I mean, this wasn't a lot of time. We had a couple hiccups, but you got it.